Hello friends, as we have already completed part 2 of motion, that is physics chapter number 8, in which we have already completed introduction, types of motion, describing motion. So up to activity number 8.4 we have completed. Okay, now our next topic is, that is topic number 4, that is uniform motion. Up to here we have done. Okay, now uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Okay, so let me rub this out. Okay, so let us move towards uniform motion. Okay, so exactly what is the meaning of uniform? Uniform means something which is in a harmony, yes, which is in a pattern, yes. Okay, so uniform motion, if we describe, then for an object, okay, suppose if I draw a slash here, okay, now suppose this is the object. If this object covers equal distance, what? Equal distance in equal interval of time. In equal interval of time, yes, then we will say that the object is performing uniform motion. Okay, yes, if object covers equal distance, suppose we have a slot of 5 minutes. Okay, yes, so say this is 0 minute, then this is 5 minute, then 10 minute, 15 minutes, and so on. So if I talk about from 0 to 5 minutes, okay, then if suppose it covers a distance of 100 meter, yes, then in a next slot, that is 5 to 10, again 5 minutes, again it covers 100 meter, and 10 to 15, if 10 to 15 again it covers 100 meter, and from 15 onwards next 5 minutes, that is 20 minutes, if again it covers 100 meter and it stops, suppose, then we will say that this particular object is performing a uniform motion because it is covering equal distance in an equal interval of time. Okay, yes, such type of motion we may say that will be a uniform type of motion. Yes. Okay, so this was uniform motion. These two things you have to remember, that is equal distance in an equal interval of time. Okay, so let us move to next one. Next is non-uniform motion. So this was uniform motion. Now if I put a non, then this will be non-uniform motion. So let us see what is non-uniform motion. So just you have to carry this definition in your mind, and then non means what? Again we are getting, again if we are having an object, okay, if this object, again slots are there, okay, now these are the 0, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 20 minutes, and 25 minutes, say, okay, if it covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, unequal distance in equal interval of time means first 0 to 5 minutes, if it had covered a distance of 100 meter, then it might be possible that after 5 next slot 5 to 10 it had covered 200 meter, say after 10 to 15 50 meter, then next 15 to 20 300 meter. Yes, see from here, if you will do some analysis, then you will see that from 0 to 5 means we may just imagine the path. Yes, like from 0 to 5 minutes 100 meter, okay, no problem. From 5 to 10 minutes 200 meter means what? Either the road was quite clear, yes, 10 to 50 meter, it might be possible that that was a rural area, yes, from where the proper road was not there. If yeah, that is a 1 meter. 15 to 20, yes, 300 meter, it might be possible that it was an expressway, yes, no hurdle at all, no taper at all, yes. So non-uniform motion means what? Somewhere the speed is increasing or decreasing. I should not use speed word because later on we will see that. But yes, covered unequal distance in equal interval of time is what? Non-uniform motion. Now, sir, example, very simple example in our general life. We can't be exact one in our life. Yes. So, suppose if we are moving from position A to position B with our bike or car, then every time if we are moving with a 50 km per hour, then we cannot maintain 50 km per hour throughout our journey. Yes, somewhere we have to apply brake. We may increase speed by accelerator. So we cannot be exact. We cannot be pinpoint over 50 km per hour. So in general, in our life, we used to do non-uniform motion. Okay, so this was uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Yes. Okay, this is the practical situation. In our life, we used to have a non-uniform motion. Okay, uniform motion means what? We are supposing or we are assuming that we are performing an ideal motion, ideal type of motion where there is no resistance at all. Now, resistance means hurdles at all. Okay, so this was all about uniform and non-uniform motion. Let us move to next one. This completes our point number 4. Okay, numericals we will do later on. Okay, first of all, let us understand the basics. Okay, now next one is fifth portion. Point number 5th, that is what? Speed. Speed. This is quite common word which we use in our general life. Yes. We should have a slow speed or we should maintain our speed up to 40 km per hour over the highways. Yes, we should maintain proper distance. So what is this speed actually? Yes, so this speed is nothing but what? Suppose this is an object. Okay, now this is speed and next one is also there, that is velocity. So let me introduce both simultaneously, okay, so that we may have a difference as well between them. Okay, so this is speed, this is velocity. Now actually these two topic comes under heading, that is rate of motion. Rate of motion. Now rate of motion means what, sir? What is the meaning of rate? Yes, we should understand this term because from the point of view of physics, rate is quite important one. Rate means what? With respect to time. With respect to time means we are performing motion with respect to time. Yes. Okay. Now, when we consider speed, yes, so we have to define few terms for that. Yes, one will be its a unit. Yes. Then second one, this quantity, whether it is scalar or vector, we will see later on. Yes. Now speed means what? It directly relates to distance one. Okay, suppose this is the object A. Okay, if it moves or if it covers a distance S in a time interval T. Okay, then it comes at this particular point. Then okay, this is the position A, say this is the position B. Okay, now then we will say speed. Okay, notation is small b. Say, so speed will be equals to what? Rate of motion. Yes, motion means what? We have covered some distance, so distance rate of motion means distance with respect to some time. Yes, so that will be what? Distance covered upon time taken. That is speed. That is what? Speed. So speed, as you have already studied this in your previous class, speed is equals to distance upon time. Now main thing is notation. This speed is denoted by v, distance is denoted by s, time is denoted by t. In your previous class, s was the notation for speed as usually teachers used to take. Now from this particular point onwards, you will do this one. Okay, speed is equal to distance upon time. So in this particular one, if I talk about the unit, yes, unit of speed, then how will we find unit? Okay, unit means in general, in our local language, I will say that it is surname. Okay, suppose if we are having a particular name, say Madhav, then Madhav may have a surname. It should have, yes. So Madhav say Varman Gupta, yes. So that Varman Gupta, that distinguish that Madhav in our society, yes. So likewise, the speed is also having, yes. Now see, in our society, we may have more than one Madhav, and we may have more than one surnames of that Madhav. Yes. So likewise, speed. Yes. Speed means we are fully or we are properly concentrating over speed. Yes. So unit means what? Speed will have. Now here we had a distance. The unit of distance is what? Meter. Meter. Yes. And time is what? In general we used to have second. Yes, we may have in hour, but later on we will see. So speed is what? Meter per second. Yes. So the notation will be meter per second. This is one, or we may say meter per second, one of the same thing. Yes. Or we may say speed is equals to meter second raised to power minus 1. Yes, don't get confused. Yes, in your mathematics you used to have, if you have 1 upon x, then your teacher have explained that this may be written as x raised to power minus 1. Yes, so here also this was nothing but what? Meter into 1 upon second. Yes, so we may have what? Second, 1 upon second means second raised to power minus 1. Okay, so these are the different notations. Okay, we may use any of this. Okay, so remember this is nothing but what? Unit of speed. Okay, let us move to next one. That is what? Whether it is scalar or vector. Yes, so speed is nothing but what? Yes, distance upon time. Yes, distance covered means what? Yes, it may move to any direction. Yes or no? So direction is not specified when we used to talk about speed. So this is what? This is a scalar quantity. This is what? Scalar quantity. Speed is scalar quantity. Remember. Okay. So this was all about speed. Okay. Then let us move to next one. If we talk about, okay, now if we talk in this especially if I talk about uniform speed. Yes, now different you may ask that uniform speed, sir, we may apply the same thing here. You have talked about uniform motion, so may we say that uniform speed, may we say that non-uniform speed, may we say average speed. Yes, we should average speed, and at last we may say instantaneous speed. Okay, so let us define them. Uniform speed. Yes, uniform speed. Now here the very first thing which we should understand or we should remember is what speed is equals to distance upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Now uniform speed means what? Equal distance in equal interval of time. Equal distance in equal interval of time. Yes, here also it had covered. Here also say this is position O, this is position A, position B, position C and position D. So O to A time taken T, distance covered S. A to B time taken T, distance covered S. B to C time taken T, distance covered S. C to D time taken T, distance covered S. Okay, so that is uniform speed. Equal distance in equal interval of time. Non-uniform. Yes, non-uniform, you may say if this is 0, O, this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D, then O to A, time taken, as we are taking time as a constant quantity here, okay, after every 5 minutes or every t time or t time second, we are, so here we may say that it is S1, covered distance, this is S2, this is S3, this is S4. We are not talking about whether the S1 is greater than S2 or S3 or S4, irrespective of them. Anyone can be a more or less. It depends over the vehicle as well as over the road. Okay, so non-uniform means what? In equal interval of time, they are covering unequal distances. So that is non-uniform speed. Remember, very important. Now average speed. Yes, average speed means what? Very simple. This is also denoted like AVG. Yes, VAVG. That is equals to what? Now total distance upon total time taken. Total distance upon total time taken. Very simple. So we may say that total distance, suppose if I talk about any of them, yes, any of them you may talk, let us talk about this. Okay, so total distance, so from O to A to B, B to C and C to D. Yes, because after O to A we had changed, or our distance was changed from A to B. Yes, so after 5 minutes or after every t seconds we are talking about this. So total distance means S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus so on upon time taken is T plus T plus T plus T. Yes, this may also vary. Yes, T1, T2, T3, but yes, they will always be equal in general, we used to say. Yes, total time taken means total time taken. If suppose you are taking, suppose you are going from point A to point B, yes, then in between 2 to 3 points came, that is B and C. Okay, sorry, A to B, 2 to 3 points, that is TQR. Now you took a halt in between, but overall you had covered only 1 hour distance from A to B, then okay, no problem. Yes, irrespective of slots, the total time will always be 1 hour. Yes, if you are taking 1 hour. Yes, okay, so that average speed will be what? Total distance upon total time taken. Very important. Okay, next one is instantaneous speed. Okay, instantaneous speed is nothing but what? At a particular instant of time, whatever is the speed is instantaneous speed. Yes, suppose your odometer of your car, speedometer of your bike, okay, it shows what? Suppose if you are moving with a 50 or 60 km per hour, okay, then the needle is over the 60. Yes, so that is what? That is at that instance of time, you are having the speed of your bike is 60 km per hour. That is instantaneous speed. That is known as instantaneous speed. So remember this. We will solve few numericals over this. Okay. So this was all about the speed. Okay, now let us move to next one. Now if we talk about now velocity, yes, velocity, okay, yes. So this is we may explain it in such a way. Suppose speed, okay. Suppose a person or a girl was there whose name was Speed, okay, and she was moving just through a ground, okay. Now she was moving through the ground, and we can't say in which direction she was moving, but yes, one person came and he said that you have to move in that particular direction. Then that speed is moving. That speed is moving in a particular direction. That is what velocity. Yes. So when that speed, if that speed moves in a particular direction, then we will call that particular speed as a velocity. Yes. So we may say in a straight line, if an object is moving in a straight line, then for that particular object speed and velocity will be same because that is moving in a straight line. Okay, so velocity. Now, so velocity, if we talk about this, so for the velocity we will have displacement upon time taken, because velocity is having a direction and displacement we are having. Displacement is nothing but what? It is the shortest distance. Shortest means what? It had already defined. We have already defined a path or a direction. Yes, that yes, this is going to be the shortest one. So this is the displacement upon time taken. Okay, so this is denoted by capital V, say that is velocity. Okay, so this is again what? Displacement. Let us take it as a capital D, and time taken is T. Okay, now again, irrespective of whether it is displacement or distance, one of the same thing, unit, regarding the unit, yes, they both belongs to the same family, that is distance. Yes, ultimately you are covering something, path length, covering the path length. So in distance also you are covering the path length. Yes, so the units are same. So if we talk, this is the formula, basic formula. If we talk about the unit, if we talk about the unit, then unit will be what? The displacement or distance, one of the same thing. So that will be the meter. Time is in second. Yes. Okay. So meter per second. So the unit of velocity will be meter per second or meter per second or meter second raised to power minus 1. Yes. Now, as velocity is having direction, yes, a particular object moving towards north. Yes, north means what? We have already we have defined. Yes, so it is having a direction. Yes, here we are having a direction. If we are having a direction, then velocity will be what? So velocity will be what? A vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Remember, speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. Okay. So let us move to next one. Yes. Now, in the similar manner as we have already talked in case of speed, then uniform velocity. Yes. Uniform velocity means what? Uniform velocity means what? Equal displacement in equal interval of time. Yes. So from time 0 to t to again t, then t, that is 2t, then 3t. Yes. So equal interval t. Yes, and equal displacement, this is d, and this is d. Then you will say that it is what? Uniform velocity. If we are talking about non-uniform velocity, means what? Unequal displacement in equal interval of time. Yes, so in this case what will happen? Again, this is t, this is 2t, this is 3t. So this will be d1, this will be d2, this will be d3. So irrespective of which one is greater or lesser, we should not bother about that. Okay, then if we talk about average velocity, then average velocity will be what? Total displacement upon total time taken. Total displacement means what? Displacement will be from initial position to final position. That is of one time. But if you are having a particular halt in between, then you will take a different time slot of time. So you have to take, every time you have to take a displacement, and that displacement will be what? For particular one. So that will be what? D1, that might be D1 plus, that might be D2 plus, that might be D3, and so on upon T plus T plus T and so on. Okay, this is one. If velocity is increasing in a uniform way, yes, then average velocity, then the average will be initial velocity, important, initial velocity plus final velocity, initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Important one. Yes, if our velocity is increasing uniformly, then average velocity will be what? Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Okay, so this was all about the velocity. So we have completed speed and velocity. Okay, so we have completed speed and velocity. Let us move to next one, that is rate of change of velocity. Yes, if we are talking, as we are talking about the straight line, yes, now right now we have talked about rate of motion. Yes, now we are going to talk about, that is the sixth point. And what is that sixth point? Is rate of change of velocity. You may say speed as well, no problem at all. But yes, if we are talking about acceleration, or let us see rate of motion. Before we have talked about rate of motion, this time we are going to talk about rate of change of velocity. Let us understand this. Yes, suppose you had switched on your bike, and then now you are going to start, you are accelerating that bike. Yes, you are increasing the speed of that particular one. Yes or no? Now if you are increasing the speed of that your bike, then initially that was a stationary means that was at a particular place. Now once you had increased the speed, it will move. Yes, if it is having some direction, then that will be the change in velocity. Yes, so from initial point to a particular final point, there will be a change in velocity. Don't bother about the rate. Yes, only change in velocity. Yes, means when you had increased velocity or in speed, then from this particular point to the next one, yes, actually you have changed the velocity. Now change the velocity in how much time? Yes, in how much time? That is what? Rate of change of velocity. Yes, so when you change the velocity of your particular bike with respect to a particular time, yes, see, when we used to ride a gear bike, okay, then what? In gear bike, everyone of us know that after 10 meters we have to change the first gear. After a particular interval of time, or after a particular distance, we have to put a second gear. Yes, then we used to say that top gear. So that varies according to the situation. Yes or no? When you are in a crowded region, you used to ride your bike either in first or in second gear. If you are over the highway, then you used to move with the gear third or fourth gear. Yes, that is the top gear. Yes, so in that the speed is quite constant one. Okay, now rate of change of velocity. Okay, so what is this? This is known as acceleration. Very important one. Acceleration, it came from accelerator. And what is the accelerator? In our bike or scooty or in four-wheeler, we are having speed control. Yes or no? Oh, that speed control is known as accelerator. Okay, so now, and it is denoted by a small a. Notation is a small a. Now, so acceleration is what? This acceleration is nothing but what? As we have already discussed right now, that is what? Change in velocity. Change in velocity upon time taken. Time taken to change that velocity. Yes or no? That is acceleration. Remember, that is acceleration. Okay, now this is not in, if we talk about or if we write this in terms of okay, then change in velocity. Now change in velocity means what? Final velocity minus initial velocity. Yes, final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, so here also final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. Okay, or final velocity we used to denote is as capital V, and initial velocity we used to denote it as a small capital U upon T. Remember, acceleration is V minus U where upon T, where V is final velocity and U is initial velocity. V is final velocity and U is initial velocity. And remember, very important, rate of change of velocity, that is what? With respect to time, if we are changing our velocity of our bike, then that is known as acceleration. Is final velocity and U is initial velocity. Very simple. Okay, let us move to next one. The unit of acceleration. As we are going to talk about unit of acceleration, so very important one. Listen carefully. Unit. Okay, so as we know that formula is V minus U upon T. Let us talk about the numerator, then we will talk about the denominator. Now numerator, see, suppose, example, very simple, suppose you are having 10 rupees, okay, and you have given 5 rupees to your friend. So how much rupees you are having in your pocket? 5 rupees. Yes, this is the unit. Unit never cancels, okay, or unit never be subtracted, okay, only the magnitude will be subtracted. Okay, so here also V is having unit as meter per second, U is also having meter per second. So we will simply subtract this particular V minus this particular U. This particular V will have any constant, this will also be a constant, then this particular constant will be subtracted from this particular constant, but yes, meter per second will be as it is because it is the unit. Okay, so if we talk about this numerator, then acceleration, numerator will have a unit what? Meter per second, very important, upon time as we second, SEC. Okay, now time will be taken as a second. Okay, now see, as we have already talked in mathematics, suppose if we are having x upon y upon p upon q, then how do we write this? we used to write it as x upon y into q upon p. Yes. Yes. Okay. So similar manner, this is nothing but what? Second upon 1. If nothing is there in denominator, then that will be what? 1 will be there. So this will be what? This will be meter upon second into 1 upon second. Okay, this 1 will move up because this q will move. Okay, now this will become meter upon second square. Yes, or we may write it as meter upon second square, or we may write it as meter into second raised to power minus 2. Remember, these all are the forms in which we will write the unit of acceleration. Yes. Okay, so remember this very important one. Okay, as acceleration, we are considering velocity here, so this will be vector quantity. Okay, so this was all about rate of change of velocity, that is acceleration. Okay. Okay, so we have completed up to point number 6. Okay, then in next video we will solve some numericals over this particular one, and then we will start graphical representation of motion. Thank you.